Long ago, in a land of golden sun and rolling hills, Emperor Shimin led a mighty army. They had traveled many miles to reach a distant destination, but a giant obstacle suddenly blocked their path, the vast, deep blue sea. The water stretched out forever, meeting the sky at a line that never seemed to end. The emperor was a brave leader on land, but the crashing waves made his heart tremble. He watched the white foam splash against the rocks and felt a great chill. "The sea is too wild and too wide," Shimin whispered to himself. "I cannot step foot on a ship to cross it." General Rengui stood nearby, watching his leader. He knew the army could not move forward unless the emperor found his courage. Rengui was a man of many ideas, and he began to stroke his chin, thinking of a way to help the emperor cross the water without him even knowing it. The next morning, Rengui approached the emperor with a deep bow. "Your Majesty," he said brightly, "a kind man has built a magnificent manor right here on the shore. He has invited you inside for a grand feast, far away from the salt and the spray of the sea." Emperor Shimin was delighted by the invitation. He walked through the heavy wooden doors of the manor and found himself in a world of luxury. The walls were covered in thick silk tapestries, and the floors were steady and solid. There were no windows to see the ocean, only lanterns that glowed like little suns. Rengui led the emperor to a long table filled with delicious treats. There were steaming dumplings, sweet fruits, and pots of fragrant tea. "This is a wonderful place," Shimin said, taking a seat. He was so happy that he didn't notice the faint rhythm of the floor beneath his feet. While the emperor enjoyed his meal, the music of flutes and drums filled the room. Outside the manor, the soldiers were working in perfect silence. The building was actually a massive ship, its sides hidden by clever wooden screens, and its deck covered by a roof of silk to look like a house. The giant ship moved slowly and steadily across the water. Because the walls were thick and the music was loud, Shimin never heard the splashing waves. He felt as safe as if he were in his own palace, laughing and sharing stories with Rengui throughout the day. Suddenly, the music stopped. Rengui stood up and walked over to the large silk tapestries on the wall. With a quick motion, he pulled them aside. Shimin gasped. Instead of the beach they had left behind, he saw a brand new shore with green trees and bright flowers. "We have crossed the sea!" Shimin exclaimed. He realized that Rengui had used the manor to hide the journey. "You have deceived the heavens to cross the sea." This is how we got the idiom, Mán Tiān Guò Hǎi. It teaches us that when a task seems impossible, a clever plan in plain sight can lead the way to success.